Warmest greetings to our fellow Catholics. We are so happy to welcome you back to our channel, wishing you a blessed day in Christ. We hope you enjoy this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel to stay updated with the latest information. Join us on this journey and listen to this video until the very end. In the serene yet spiritually charged atmosphere of Medjugorje, Father Petar experienced a moment that would leave an indelible mark on his soul. The sky above was a deep, serene blue, with only a few white clouds drifting slowly, almost as if guided by an unseen hand. As Father Petar walked along a gravel path towards the sacred site of the apparitions, he couldn't help but notice the fragrance of roses in the air, a scent often associated with the presence of the Virgin Mary. This was not just an ordinary day. It was a moment that would bring forth a message destined to shake the very foundations of the world. As Father Petar approached the place where so many had experienced the divine, he felt a palpable energy in the air. He wasn't alone in sensing the significance of the moment. A small group of devout believers had also gathered, their heads bowed in prayer, their hearts filled with a mixture of fear and hope. The tension was almost tangible, a prelude to the profound experience that was about to unfold. Closing his eyes, Father Petar joined in the murmured prayers of those around him. Almost immediately, he felt an overwhelming presence, a warmth that began in his chest and spread through his entire being. It was then that he heard it, a voice, soft yet firm, like a whisper carried by the wind. It was the voice of the Virgin Mary, bringing with it a message of both warning and hope. In that moment, Father Petar was transported into a vision, a glimpse into the future so intense and vivid that it left him breathless. The message of the Virgin Mary imprinted itself on his heart like fire on stone. She spoke of events of great magnitude that were on the horizon, events that would test the world as never before. The world was at a crossroads, she said, and transformation was inevitable. Yet, despite the challenges to come, she reassured him that those who prepared spiritually and placed their trust in her protection would find refuge in their faith. Every word from the Virgin Mary resonated deeply within Father Petar. His mind was flooded with images of distant lands, Mexico, with its sun-kissed beaches, Colombia, with its majestic mountains, Spain, with its bustling streets, Venezuela, with its vibrant landscapes, Costa Rica, with its lush greenery, and Argentina, with its vast open spaces. In each of these places, extraordinary and disturbing events were about to unfold, natural disasters, social unrest, and challenges that would test the very fabric of society. The Virgin Mary's tone was solemn as she continued to speak. She warned that these nations would face significant trials, but she also offered hope. Those who sincerely trusted in her protection, she said, would find refuge in their faith. Her arms would be a safe harbor in the coming storm, a place of solace for those who sought her guidance. As the vision ended and Father Petar returned to the present, he was filled with a sense of urgency. The message he had received was not one to be kept to himself. It was a message that needed to be shared with the world. His mind raced with images of darkened skies over once vibrant cities, rivers overflowing their banks, and the deafening roar of thunder echoing through the mountains. Yet, amidst this chaos, he also saw a golden light, a beacon of hope shining down on those who prayed with unwavering devotion, wrapped in an invisible but powerful embrace of divine love. Father Petar knew he had to act. Back at his church, he gathered his parishioners and, with a voice filled with the authority of divine inspiration, he shared the message he had received. The atmosphere in the church was charged with emotion, and many could not hold back their tears. The thought of such catastrophic events was terrifying. Yet the Virgin Mary's message infused them with hope and a call to strengthen their faith that could not be ignored. "We must prepare," Father Petar urged, his eyes alight with conviction. The Virgin has shown us the way. We must unite in prayer, transcend the divisions of race, religion, and nation, and come together as one family under God. Now is the time to set aside our differences and embrace our shared humanity. These words struck a chord with everyone present. The call to unity and prayer brought a new energy to the room, a feeling of empowerment that spread through the congregation like a wave of pure, cleansing fire. The message was clear. The world needed to change, and that change could only come through collective action and unwavering faith. Central to this spiritual movement was the recitation of the Holy Rosary. What had once been a simple thread of prayer now became a powerful symbol of resistance and hope. Across the globe, individuals from all walks of life joined in this prayer, invoking the protection and strength needed to build a wall of faith against the darkness threatening to engulf the world. In this time of global crisis, the figure of Saint Michael the Archangel emerged as a crucial protector against the forces of evil. The Virgin Mary's message was unequivocal. Invoking Saint Michael's protection was essential in resisting the dark influences that sought to sow division and destruction. The consecration of families and homes to Saint Michael quickly became a widespread practice, a spiritual ritual that fortified the bond between the faithful and the divine. In homes around the world, the prayer to Saint Michael became a daily mantra, marking the hours and days with its rhythmic cadence. His powerful image, armed and imposing, stood as a symbol of the struggle against evil, a beacon of hope that guided souls through the stormiest periods of their lives. Faith, Father Petar emphasized, was the most potent weapon available to the faithful, and the words of consecration spread like wildfire, uniting people in a vast, invisible network of light and love. As time passed, the signs of the new era began to manifest themselves. In Mexico, the ground trembled beneath the feet of the people as rivers of lava erupted from long-dormant volcanoes. In Colombia, relentless rains transformed entire towns into lakes, testing the resilience and faith of the people. Spain, gripped by social conflict, saw its cities torn apart by tensions that seemed impossible to overcome. In Venezuela, the shadow of economic crisis stretched long over the land, but within that darkness, the flame of faith burned brighter than ever. Churches overflowed with worshipers, their hands clasped in prayer, their voices united in the chant of the rosary that echoed through the streets. Costa Rica, normally a bastion of peace, was rocked by unprecedented unrest, but the people responded with love and solidarity, gathering under the protective wing of the Virgin Mary. Meanwhile, in Argentina, political divisions threatened to tear the nation apart. Yet, the message of unity and faith found its way through every barrier, like an underground stream that nourished hope for a brighter future. Throughout these trials, the Virgin Mary's message remained consistent and clear. You are not alone. God is with you always, even in your darkest moments. Father Petar emphasized that earthly life is fleeting, a mere step on the path to eternity, and that eternity must be prepared for with faith and love. Hope, he said, was the key to overcoming any adversity, and the power of prayer and collective action held the potential to transform the world. This spiritual transformation, he explained, was not just an individual journey, but a collective one. It required a communal effort, a return to the core values of the gospel, and a commitment to living lives marked by charity, kindness, and compassion. The Virgin Mary's call was an invitation to rediscover the beauty of community, to look beyond differences, and to work together for the common good. Amid the global upheaval, Father Petar continued his mission, traveling far and wide to spread the Virgin's message. Everywhere he went, his words served as a beacon of hope, inspiring those who heard them to deepen their faith and take action in their communities. In every town and city he visited, Father Petar encountered stories of remarkable courage and faith, testimonies of a humanity that, despite facing immense challenges, refused to be overcome by adversity. In Mexico, a mother spoke of how, through prayer and faith, she had been able to protect her family during a devastating earthquake. In Colombia, a group of young people worked tirelessly to provide aid to communities ravaged by floods, motivated by a deep desire to serve others and follow Christ's example. In Spain, a church torn apart by social conflict became a symbol of reconciliation and unity, thanks to the efforts of a small but determined community of believers who had committed to overcoming their differences and working together for the greater good. In Venezuela, despite the severe economic hardships, people found innovative ways to support each other, turning crisis into an opportunity to strengthen communal bonds. In Costa Rica, people gathered in prayer daily, invoking divine protection and seeking ways to contribute to their country's peace and stability. And in Argentina, families consecrated themselves to Saint Michael, drawing strength and protection from their deep faith. The world was indeed changing, and with it, its people. The wave of spiritual transformation was spreading, bringing people together in a shared prayer of hope and love. Faith was the unifying force that held everything together, an invisible thread that connected each individual to something far greater and more powerful than themselves. The Virgin Mary's message was unmistakable. The future belongs to those who prepare spiritually, who unite in prayer and action to face the challenges ahead. The transformation of the world begins in the heart of each individual. A flame of faith that, once ignited, can light the way through the darkest times and guide humanity toward a brighter, more hopeful future. As the days went by and the prophesied events continued to unfold across the globe, Father Petar remained unwavering in his mission. The words of the Virgin Mary were ever present in his mind, a constant reminder of the sacred duty he had been entrusted with. And though the path was difficult, he knew he was not alone. All around the world, millions of people were responding to the Virgin's call, coming together in prayer and collective action. Churches filled with the faithful, communities united to face the challenges before them, and divisions were healed through the power of unity and faith. Father Petar's journey was far from over, but with each step, he carried with him the light of hope, the strength of faith, and the unwavering conviction that, through spiritual preparation and unity, the world could be transformed for the better. Thank you for being part of this journey. Your presence and engagement make this exploration meaningful and impactful. Until next time, may you find inspiration and hope in the shared stories of our human experience.